One of the most polarizing NBA superstars this generation has ever seen is point guard Russell Westbrook. He never ceases to make the headlines, and coming off a potentially the worst of his career, Brody is looking to remind everyone about Mr. Triple-Double. The 2020-2021 season was an extremely scrutinizing year for the former OKC superstar, being subjected to endless trolls and criticisms that many deem unfair to an extent. Westbrook's inability to shoot, coupled with his turnovers, were big reasons behind this. While many believe Brody was being made the scapegoat for the purple and gold's misery, there's no denying he was a complete misfit on the Lakers roster. The two-time scoring champion shot 29% from three-point line and a disappointing 66% from the free throw line. But enough of stats. Westbrook does not seem to understand that he has a lot to improve on this offseason and how he has a brand new coach, which he needs to keep it cool with and not bump heads. Well, guess what was the first thing Westbrook did? Yes, you probably guessed it right. Recently, when asked about coming off the bench, Westbrook looked to be in a rather jovial mood, laughing off the question. Much to his dislike, Westbrook was benched during the crunch time of a couple of games this past NBA season. Though it didn't deliver the desired results, the Lakers looked more in sync during the course. At the time, the so-called NBA analysts and pundits suggested the former MVP is better coming off the bench. As the season progressed, the pressure to have Russ come off the bench increased considerably. However, Frank Vogel and company failed to take the call on it. Currently, in a helpless situation, the Lakers are looking to run it back this season again with the same trio. Recently, when asked about coming off the bench, Westbrook looked very jovial and simply laughed it off and did not care about it. While Lakers Nation is optimistic about the hiring of head coach Ham, Westbrook continues to be the cause of concern. There's no denying that the 9-time All-Star has a lot of gas left in the tank, but may have to transition himself into a new role, something he has shown reluctance toward the past. Brody is already in the doghouse just by laughing at the question about being asked of coming off the bench without even going to training camp or playing a game, whether it's preseason or the regular season. He is in the doghouse with Coach Ham. Westbrook is never going to change. He thinks the world revolves around him the same way it did in Oklahoma City, when in reality, he is no longer the superstar he was in the Thunder. When you play under the LA bright lights, everything is looked 3 times worse. Westbrook is back in the doghouse without even playing a game with the Lakers, without realizing he can come off the bench and help the team be better.